to Bar Talk 4.0. Let's get into the show, daggone it.
Big Reese, get the collection played out. There's a lot of hurt souls.
Urban news for today is urban news. It's very easy. Reiner, Brittany, she decides to want to divorce her wife that she's currently been with for 8 years. She's looking at divorcing her and all. And I'm like, we seen that coming. It's funny because more of them rates, you got to talk lower, more of them rates, more of them type of marriages and all, they end the divorce a lot quicker than everybody else's. So that's just how that goes, folks. We knew that was going to happen. How did you stay with somebody they were with you when you was down, you was released from jail in a foreign country, you was in Russia and you got released from jail in a foreign country? It's quiet. It's crazy. Bring it down. The mic picks it up. I can hear your conversation. Everything you're saying. Bring your voice down some. Thank you, sweetie. So, foreign country. You got arrested in a foreign country. She was down. She went to the president to get him to release you. They released you. Now you want to divorce her. Ladies and gentlemen, this is diabolical. Like they say, you can't make this shit up. Can't make it up. Brittany is still a woman at the end of the day. I don't care what she looks like, a dude, any of that. She's still a woman. And at the end of the day, she still got the same tendencies like regular other women. We ain't cutting you no slack, and we're not giving you none of that back. This woman, this black woman lobbied, did everything to get you back over from Russia. Now you want a divorce. It didn't say your wife is divorcing you. You want to divorce her. She probably was throwing that thing back on Backshot Boulevard. That's probably what that is. You probably upset because she was, hey, she still wanted it.
Big Reese, talk to him.
Telling the truth and not lie.
Big Reese, talk to him.
Shame the devil. Let's go. 30 minutes on the clock. 30 minutes on the clock. Last night we did content creators. Today we're going to do another content creator. Let's talk about it.
I remember the first time God told me to leave this man alone. But I didn't want to humble myself and move back in with my mother.
Shut up with that bullshit ass, performative ass crying that you're doing, because that's exactly what the fuck it is. It's performative. Your Christianity performative, your relationship performative, and you begging for people money is performative as fuck.
When I say last night I said a lot of y'all content creators get on here. You tell the world your business. You tell the CIA, everybody your business. We know everything that goes on. You set these cameras up, and then you said, ooh, let me go walk in front of the camera and make it look like I'm cleaning up my house. Let me go make it look like I'm going to the doctor. Like you say, get ready with me while I get ready to go to the doctor or I go to the store. Do you really think we want to see you go to the store? Do you think we care what you're going to go pick up? Do you think we really want to see any of this? This content creator right here, she swindled 50 grand out of everybody. She got 50 grand on her GoFundMe. Y'all sat up there, all you bitter women sat up in the comment section and said, you go, girl, throw him out. You can do better. She did do better. 2 weeks later, he was back at the house, and the fact of the matter that she got 50K out of y'all. Drop a bomb for her. This is why they say mind your business, because there ain't no damn day in the world you're going to get $5, $10, or either $100 out of me for me to help validate you and your scam that you thought. These two thought about this great. How about you pick your shit up and you throw all my shit out on the front line? We're going to play like you throwing me out. And I'm going to set the record. We're going to really do what it do because these skits pay. We're going to run it up and we're going to get this money. Guess what? That's what she did. She swindled all y'all and all you idiots sitting there talking about you should give them their money back. No, you should have minded your business.
Big Reese, talk to him.
Mind your business. What they say, MYOB.
Big Reese, talk to him.
It's the old saying in America, mind your mother and business.
The Hour. It's Steak Reese on Bar Talk 4.0.
And before y'all say, oh, Q, you don't know what she going through, I'm going to show y'all exactly what the fuck she going through. She finessing y'all. That's her counting some of the money out of the $50,000 that y'all donated to this girl.
I guarantee she went
to sit up here carrying y'all fucking face to be back online talking about she got back with him and he finessed her out of the money. If you're not familiar with Shorty and her story, I'm going to post some of it so y'all can get an idea of what's going on.
All about this. I'm so over this. You have to go. Everything
she documented this whole breakup. I want y'all to see the date that she did this too.
No, you woke up and cheated.
As SBC would say, don't please her. Don't please her.
First, this whole breakup, this whole performative ass breakup.
Okay, I need to get
say, why you being weird?
Today I finally got the courage to kick that counterfeit out my house for good. Now, I don't know if it was that lady's prayer at church last Sunday or all the manipulation, cheating, and gas.
This is where y'all just was stupid. This girl sat up a camera, put the camera up in her bedroom, and started collecting his clothes. Then she stopped and paused the video, and then she moved the camera to the front door so you can see that she's putting the stuff out. You idiots are dumb. There used to be a saying back in the world, girls are smarter. They work more harder. Boys are dumb. No, boys are smarter. Girls are not that smart. There's no way that you're going to sit here and tell me that I'm going to believe that you sitting up here, you're going to set this camera up, keep moving it around so we can see that you supposedly throwing your man stuff out and all. Number one, the acting was terrible because even for him to come in with his camera in his hand like he recording, and any other man would have spazzed out. He probably would have put his hands on you. He probably would have took his stuff and threw it back in the house. All that stuff. Him just standing there, just recording it and saying, what are you doing? Why are you throwing me out? Why are you there? All that extra stuff, my man, let me tell you something. You got to do better in your acting because yes, y'all ran up 50, but let me tell you one thing. There's nothing that these people can do about it because your money's gone. This is why you should have mind your business. Let the algorithm run. Just watch it for entertainment because that's all social media is entertainment. You should have been entertained and kept it moving. That's y'all's fault. That's y'all's fault. For her to run up 50 grand, y'all had to be really throwing some money at her. Y'all really had to be throwing some money at her. And y'all retarded. That's just your fault. You got burnt.
Big Reese, talk to him.
What they say? You're burnt.
But either way, the light bulb stopped flickering and finally stayed on. I'm 4 months post.
Now she did all that, raised more than $50,000.
She raised $50,000, $618. $51,618 is what she raised. Her goal was $55,000. That woman was going to raise for a house. Then she going to put the babies in there with a picture and say I'm 4 months postpartum. She ran up a check on y'all. And you idiots sat there and you watched the dumb shit. Y'all let it. I seen this. This came across 2 weeks ago. And then my man did the research and really looked into it and seen her baby's dad was there the whole time. Y'all got bamboozled. Don't be upset that you got bamboozled. You should have minded your business. Take the entertainment for what it is.
And y'all saw when she posted that breakup video. That was May 1st. 2 months later, and this is what she posted.
I'm finna put my pride to the side and be honest. Your girl is broke again. Yep, after the GoFundMe hit $50,000. I was not ready to deal with the shame of being a single mom. Talk to that man. But y'all already knew that person. I posted that video. But what y'all didn't know is he manipulated me out of thousands of dollars before I was actually ready to let go. But that's my fault. That's what you get when you disobey God. Baby, he provided me a clean way out. I could have been healing in Cabo right now. But I decided to listen to lies. And when I tell you,
she went through $50,000 in 2 months. 2 fucking months. And not only did she blow through $50,000 of y'all hard-earned money, but she also took that nigga back not even a month after she posted that original video. And I'm going to show you how I know she took him back. Outside of the fact, obviously, that she said it, but look how soon she took him back. So she posted this video on June 3rd of her going car shopping with the money that y'all sent her. Somebody else was obviously with her because they was recording, and this is the person. Now, if you look at his arm, you can see the tat, and you can see the arm bands on his arm. Same. This is her baby dad. Same tattoo and same armband that's on his arm. She took that nigga back not even a whole month after that performative ass bullshit.
Later.
That's why I say y'all gotta have some discernment when y'all sending y'all money to people.
Don't send your money
to
nobody.
$50,000 up out of y'all. Use that money to go on vacation. Give some of it to him, and now she back broke again. Not only
listen, y'all gotta understand. The Bible don't say nothing about giving away money to people for free. It says tithe. Understand that tithe does not always mean that you have to go to the church and turn in some money. No, you can tithe into people other ways. It's not always money. The man made the word money 10% of your money. The man wrote the Bible. Where did God come down and say, hey, yo, my man, I just need 10%. I just need 10%. Back then, they wasn't even talking like that. Let's talk real.
Big Reese, talk to him.
I told y'all going to get upset. Trigger warning. This is the viewer's discretion. It's going to trigger a lot of you daggone clowns. Y'all going to be like, I hate him. But I'm going to tell you the truth.
Big Reese, talk to him.
Listen, nowhere does it say that. I learned that. My mom had to teach me that years ago, that tithing is not always giving 10% of your check. If that was the case, there'd be a church in here that the preacher would be sliding, catwalking. 10% of my salary for the year. Get out of here. You get out of here.
Big Reese, talk to him.
You're crazy. 10% is sewing into different things. You can buy a family food that is starving or might not be where you're at with something.
Big Reese, talk
That's
to
10%.
him.
You can give it to someone who you see that needs clothes. That 10%, take them shopping or go do something and help them in that beneficial way.
Big Reese, talk to him.
It's not always giving money to the church, because there's some churches you don't want to ever step foot in, that you just don't want to deal with, and you just got to take it for what it is. Tithing is not always something that has to be money. It can be something else. It could be helping somebody with their taxes. It can be helping somebody with a job. It is different ways. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to be unprogrammed from the stupidity that we sit in. We have to understand that back in the days, what you program people is, you say the same things repetitively and it programs them. It's like black women, you tell them you don't need a man, and eventually that young lady from the age of 6 all the way to her adulthood thinks, I don't need a man because my mom's never had a man and she's never had. But you didn't know your mom was throwing tricks and being Sony back there talking about, Nate, I'm in a bind. Viewer's discretion.
Big Reese, talk to him.
My wife just looked at me like, nigga, come on. I'm telling the truth. How many women was back there tooting that thing up, talking about, this is Mr. Joe, that's Uncle Frank, that's Uncle this, that's that. A lot of women did that back in the days. How a lot of y'all got y'all school clothes paid for by Mr. Joe or Big Cat Daddy down the street, who always came in smelling like that daggone Sonic body spray, you know what I'm talking about, or had that bod, or had that daggone what is it, the green bottle, Irish Springs, or old Navy stuff spray and all that stuff. You knew what I'm talking about. You should be like, mom's friends over. Yeah, you know what it was. You older. A lot of you women, y'all older now, and guess what? You ain't got to do all that. Now it's digital. So instead of you having to toot that thing up and physical, now what you do is you do OnlyFans.
Big Reese, talk to him.
Yeah, you do OnlyFans, or you do the subscribe to my page.
Big Reese, talk to him.
Or better yet, you go to Facebook or daggone Instagram and you watch the ladies be butt naked on there half of the way, and you say, this is diabolical.
Big Reese, talk to him. The man go.
I'm on a roll. I'm on a roll.
On Bar Talk.
I'm on a roll. A lot of y'all sell cooter cotta digitally now. You don't do it the other way. You do it the new digital way, where I don't have to touch on this and that. There's one girl who I follow, and I listen to the stupid stuff she says on there. She says, I'm going to do a quick video, and then I have a FaceTime to do. Men, I want to tell you, some of y'all are so desperate. There's no way in God's green earth I'm going to pay anybody to sit on a FaceTime, tease me, say all this crazy stuff and all this dumb crap. They done took daggone, what was it? The sex hotline? They did took the sex hotline and went from sex hotline to we're gonna just do FaceTime. Now you pay me $100 and I will do a FaceTime with you. That's what these women are doing now. It's crazy. And you dumb niggas is sitting up there paying for it. Do you understand? Kudakata is free. Just like we free. They both free. There's no reason why people are paying. Why? Why? Do you not understand? One of my service providers one of my clients owns a gentleman's club. I'll say it that way. Owns a gentleman's club. The amount of money that these dudes be spending, going through like this, wanting to see it and see them naked and all, I be telling them, listen, you give me $100, we can go up the street to the hood, go see what's good. Hell, I didn't see the dude throw $1,000 out. I said, my man, for $1,000, that you would have had like 3-4 of them things lined up, and they would have served you real nice for the night.
Big Reese, talk to
Hell,
him.
we could have went up Carson Street and threw 200 in the air, and them bitches would have been clocking like clucks. It kills me because, fellas, y'all waste money, and y'all waste money on women, on stupid stuff. I myself could never do nothing like that. My wife that I'm with now is the first one I brought purses and stuff for, and she could tell you I don't buy no crazy purses and none of that stuff. The day I go buy a Gucci purse for her, somebody needs to come get my daggone car and take it from me and let me know that my man, you're cut off, and cut the card up. Why would I sit there and do stuff like that when the amount that they pay to even put the purse together and all is less than what you're even spending? Half the time it's $100 or less just to put the purse together. Then you go spend $2,000 for a name, for somebody's name. Michael Kors is the best person that I've seen. I like Michael Kors's bags. They're different. I can get them for my daughters. I can get them for my wife. I can get them as a present for somebody, anything. You know why? Because he takes, and they're different colors, different things. They're great. It's not a status quo thing, but it's one of them. I have a Michael Kors, but also I'm status quo in between. It's right in between the middle. Michael, if you want to do an endorsement with me, holla at your boy. I just did a free commercial for you. But with that being said, it's one of them things where it's not cheap, but it's not too expensive, but it's right there. And its collections be off the top. They be crazy. This young lady here and her man came up with a great plan. Their plan was, we gonna run this money up and get it. $51,000 is what they did. $51,000. With $51,000, let me just tell you something. She should have been able to pay her rent for the next 5 years up. Put it in an account, do all that. I guarantee she went and got all the bottles she can get. Popping bottles, baby. They went out, they spent money, they just made it rain.
Big Reese, talk to him.
This is where we talk about what we say financial stupidity with some of our people in the community. This right here. Let's continue listening to my man.
Only that, I think her and nigga in cahoots together because he a content creator too.
I remember the first time God told me to leave this man alone. But I didn't want to humble myself and move.
You sat here. I don't believe anybody that gets on a camera, sets a camera up, and cries. I don't believe in any woman that just sets a camera up and just starts crying. You are doing that for entertainment, and you're doing it for likes for everyone. And unfortunately, we do not care. For people like me, I'm the worst for you to do that because it's entertainment for me. I'm going to turn it into shit like this, and then I'm going to run with it. I'm going to run like a track star because you are retarded. Last night, I did a quick video on a young lady. Her camera action and everything is crazy. I would hire her to do my marketing any day of the week. But there's a flaw. You're 20 something years old, about to be 30. And your tagline is, I chose being a single mom was better than being in the relationship I was in. I want to help a lot of you women understand, because we got 15 minutes on the clock. I want a lot of you women to understand this single mom epidemic that y'all trying to push, and this greatness as if it's great. You got other single moms that's sitting around in the daggone same pot with your dumb ass saying the same thing. Why us black men are dating other races. And then you get upset because of the fact of the matter. You should protect the black woman. You should be with the black woman, other races, and this and that. Well, why would we be with you when shit like that goes on? Why would we sit there and worry about dealing with you? Just because my mom's black don't mean I got to stay in the black realm. Prime example. One of my kids likes another race. It's okay. I don't know what everybody thought I was going to run around and say, oh my God, it's so terrible. No, but I do have to think about what I say to them, because I don't want to make it a degrading moment, as in it's degrading of black women, because I'm married to a black woman. I'm married to 2 black women before. So, and I've only dated black women. So I know that stigma that comes with it. I asked him, I said, why you like the other race? Why you like the other races and this and that? And he said his reason. I couldn't disagree, but I had to also tell him, like, that's not all, that might be some. I had to explain to him, you see, your sisters and all them, they're raised a certain way, so they're not going to turn out to be like that. I said, your mother wasn't raised that way either. She didn't turn out to be like that. So it's not all women, it's just some. He listened and he looked and he said, but you know, he said his slogan. I laughed. We all laughed. But it goes to say that our black community and our black women, y'all continue to keep running down that road. I guarantee you keep running down the road of stupidity, you're going to be by yourself. And all you young daughters who are being raised by these single moms and all this garbage or primary parent garbage crap, I want y'all to one day reach out to your dad, and I want you to find out his side of the story. I don't want you to run around and just, my mom said this, that your mom was bitter. Your mom said a lot of stuff. Some of y'all's men don't want anymore because they just have nothing to offer. Or better yet, they ain't shit. I don't know any single mom that's going to sit there and say, I'm a single mom because I just ain't shit.
Big Reese, talk to him.
I have never met one that has said that. The day I do, I will shake that lady's hand and I will buy her a drink.
Big Reese, talk to him.
There are some of y'all parents that just ain't shit, damn it.
Big Reese, talk to him.
There are some women that ain't shit and there's some men that ain't shit. It goes two-way street. Notice I said that. I said it on both sides. Sometimes you got to let people sit in their daggone own stupidity and be a victim. Let's listen.
Sometimes you have to let people suffer. Interference delays learning. Most people don't make mistakes by accident, at least not twice. They choose. They ignore warnings. They repeat patterns they already know lead nowhere. And they expect someone else to absorb the consequences for them. When you constantly try to save people, you rob them of one thing that actually changes their behavior.
Right.
Experience. Psychology shows that real learning happens through direct consequence, not advice. Pain.
Let's break that down a little bit better. Psychology shows that people learn through consequences. People don't learn through Advice. They learn through consequences. Here's a great consequence. You thought leaving your man was going to make things better and that you was going to live a better lifestyle. Come to find out, it didn't happen that way.
Big Reese, talk to him.
So now you're sitting there looking dumb and looking dumber, like dumb and dumber with dumbness because you don't know how to get yourself together and look in the mirror and say, I need to do better. And if I don't do better, I'm going to take an L. Please understand, though, nobody got time to play with you and your stupidity, Otis.
Big Reese, talk to him.
The world does not revolve around stupidity with you. The world revolves around everything else and have common sense. As if the great world would say it, and they say it all the time, if you knew better, you would do better.
The man go another hour. It's Big Reese on Bar Talk 4.0.
All right, let's get into old girl's page. Let's listen to the dumb shit she about to say.
As a single mom is so interesting because I am no longer just dating for myself. So on that note, I've decided my daughter will either get to see me love myself all by myself or love myself and be loved well by someone else. But she won't get to see the in-betweens, and she for damn sure won't get to see anything less.
You said she won't be able to see the in-betweens, which means she won't be able to see your failures, your incompetency. She won't be able to see the better part of mom's mistakes that she should have made and made better, but she'll just see all the greatness. So what you'll do is you'll put an illusion up in front of your daughter and basically say, mom's great. Mom's been the greatest of the greatest, but mom had no failures. Wrong.
Big Reese, get the collection played out. There's a lot of hurt souls.
Ladies and gentlemen, Esther's, get ready, because we're about to have a lot of screaming and running going on. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the mindset. This is the mindset that Kevin Samuels was talking about years ago. This is the mindset right here. You have single women who are talking about being a single mom is great. Dating as a single mom, my daughter will see all the greatness, but she'll never see my failures. Your daughters can see your failures and learn from your failures. One thing is a dad, and I don't run around and say I'm a single dad and this and that. And no, I told people before I met my wife, I told straight, yeah, I raised my daughters. My daughters live with me. I don't go into the my daughters are single. All my kids live with me. Oh my God, they're single. Their mom was just terrible. No, I don't do none of that. I tell them exactly. Their mom around, but I mean, when she ready, she ready. It is what it is. I keep the boat moving. That's what men do. We don't need validation. We don't need none of that. We don't need sympathy, validation, none of that bullshit. We don't need none of that. You women thrive on attention, validation, and lack of accountability. Tell them what it is and tell them how it gets down. Don't nobody want to hear the stupid shit that you got to say out your mouth about that. Your daughter needs to see your failures. That way she understands that everything ain't gold and everything that's glitter isn't golden.
Bar Talk 4.0.
Last night I watched, no, it was earlier today, matter of fact. I watched an episode of Kendra G. There was a young lady that was on there. When I tell you the young lady, she could sweep magical daggone floors. Everybody, she's so pretty, she's so cute. That's cool and all. But one thing I learned as a grown-ass man, because I've dated many different women or whatever, one thing I've learned, everything that glitter ain't golden. It ain't golden. It's not golden. So understand. So I put in my comment, I said, this is one of them, she's a red flag. You're 40 years old. You're a nurse and an anesthesia. You do all that, and you're in the Navy. Going 16 years strong. We appreciate your service.
Big Reese is in the kitchen. He's cooking.
I'm cooking. This meal is almost done. And you ain't got a man.
Hey, is you listening? I don't like the way you moving. I hope you're not creeping. Woman, I dropped my blunt today. is you cheating.
So you have all these, you're around doctors, lawyers, you're around all these different people in high class with the money aspect. You make over 100 and something thousand a year. And you mean to tell me no man took the shot and chance in the world to shoot the club up, as in Carlos would say? No man proposed to you. Up, she did say she was married once, but it was like 30 seconds on the clock marriage, only because she got deployed. That came back. No other man took a risk of marrying you again. No one thought anything else. No other person thought to lock this in.
Big Reese, talk to him.
No one thought to lock it in, like all the way, click, click, bring it in.
Big Reese, talk to him.
Fellas, that's a red flag moving.
The man go another hour. It's Big Reese on Bar Talk 4.0.
Because I also understand the fact that the type of love that I accept and what I normalize as it pertains to love and relationships, that's the standard that she recognizes. And I need for her to understand that love is where she lands in her near future, in her adult life. I need for it to be a love that loves her back. But more importantly, I want her to understand that if you just love yourself all by yourself, it's okay.
Loving yourself all by yourself is not good enough. I don't care what lie she just told. You have to love yourself in general, and you have to make yourself happy to be able to make somebody else happy. The young lady, you are 30 years old, because I went through your page. I watched a lot of your videos because I need to get a good idea of you before I'm able to bring this to the forefront like this. SBC, this is y'all. Y'all can tag in on this anytime you want. You are single by choice because of the fact of the matter that no man wants to deal with the extra bullshit you got coming. Let's call a spade a spade. Nobody wants to deal with the extra stuff that comes with you. You are very extra. No man wants to be with somebody who shoots with a camera 24 hours a day, every day of the week. We have no privacy because you have to put a camera up and everything's content. Wrong. Everything is not content. Everything is not to be told. Everything is not to be sold. Everything is not to be out there for everybody to know. I really, a lot of you people who swear you're content creators, a lot of y'all are just telling your business, hoping that it generates some money so you don't have to go do a 9 to 5.
Big Reese, talk to him.
I don't mind working a 9 to 5. I like being in the public. I like being out and coming back. You know why? Me and my wife got plenty to talk about. How was your day? It was great. I don't talk about my day. Big Reese,
talk to him.
When I'm going to work, I don't talk about my day with my wife. I might tell her something happened as a safety concern just to let her know or this or that. But I don't talk about it. You know why? Because by the time we get home, there ain't nothing to talk about. That's where some of y'all fail to realize we talk about everything else, but don't talk about my day. What's going on? I stepped back into a management, admin position, management, and now I'm responsible for different things. But guess what? You're still not gonna get the shit out of my daggone out of me.
Big Reese, talk to him.
I'm gonna sit back and relax because I don't want her to worry about things too much. I don't want to worry about everything. There's limited things that you talk about and that you keep open so people know. This is a common sense conversation, folks. A lot of y'all are sitting here like what she said. My daughter will only see the greatness. She won't see my failures or the downfalls. Stop lying to your daughter. Your daughter needs to see it all. And between you and her dad, your daughter needs to be in contact with her dad. She needs to be there. If the dad just said, fuck this, I'm not around, I'm gone, there's a reason why. Maybe you need to be an adult. Sit your ass down. Go talk to the man and find out. Unless he is dead or incarcerated, that is the only reason why. Or he's a vegetable and can't talk and doing all right. That's the only 3 reasons why. Besides that, your daughter deserves every right to sit around or know her parent. If the other parent chooses not to be there, that is totally different. But for you, I hear you say, I'm the primary care, the primary parent, which means y'all went to court and something went on or whatever. And what you're doing is holding back the kid. And what you need to do is, baby girl, you said you chose being a single mother over being in a relationship, which means you chose that punk ass $300 you get every month, that $3,000 you get every year. You chose that and the struggle all year over that. What you ain't gonna do is you ain't gonna turn this camera on. You ain't gonna tell the truth and say you struggle during the days and during the week. Every day ain't a happy day. I don't care how much. You got millionaires who are struggling every day, but they ain't gonna sit here and tell you because they got to keep up with the Joneses.
On Bar Talk 4.0.
I feel completely dumbfounded when I'm around that man, and I blame it on being a single mom. Being a primary parent means your brain is on 24/7.
So you can't relax because you blame it on being a single mom, but you left your relationship because you wanted to be a single mom, because so many other women made it seem so good. What do they say, men? Single women keep other single women single. Single women keep married women single. Let me bring that back one more time. Single women keep other single women single. Single women turn married women into single women. Y'all keep playing with your single friends. Keep playing with your single friends. Keep hanging around with your single friends. Keep listening to the dumb shit they say when you can do better, this and that. Misery always loves company. If you smart, you know not to listen to it. Before anyone get married, I always tell them, listen, you got single friends, that's cool. Keep them at a distance or either cut them off, because their singleness is going to make you be single. And you're in a new chapter and you're in a whole different department. It's like your job. There's management, there's support team, and then there's employees. You've been moved to management. You can associate and speak with the support team and regular employees, but you're not to conduct yourself that same way. A lot of you women are married and y'all go to the bar and the club with your single girls and girls' night out. You twerking, you're doing everything else. And you forget you're married. You represent your last name and you represent that man that you are married to. I watch it every weekend when I do my bars. I watch them. I watch it. It's not the fact that some of y'all don't know. It's the fact that y'all just don't care. This is a prime example right here. She left her relationship to go be a single mom. And there's not a damn thing happy or great to be a single mom. You go to bed every night quiet and single. You go to bed every night lonely. You go to bed every night daggone wishing that a man would touch. Or guess what? You Sony and you got in a bind and you need help, Nate.
On Bar Talk 4.0.
There's nothing you can tell me anywhere. There's nothing you can tell me that is going to make me think secondly or different about this situation. Ladies, let me tell you something. There's nothing funny, cute, entertaining, or any of that. There's none of that. There's nothing entertaining about being a single mom. There's nothing entertaining about it. Broken homes are created by women with that mindset. Men, every female that looks so good and delicious is not good and delicious. Know what you're doing and know who you're messing with. Be wise. It don't take much for you to think. Think with your head, not the one in between your legs. I think my mother, and I don't tell her that much, but I thank my mother for the fact that she taught me the analogy of your seed don't go in every flower bed. That's what it is. I'm a grown man. I love women. That's my thing. I love them to death. Oh my God. I love Kudakata. Love it. I know the benefits of it, and I know the downfall of it also. Fellas, Kudakata can be your downfall. That poom poom could be your downfall. Stop chasing it. It's everywhere you want to be, like Visa. Chase the right female that matches you. The right one that is going to keep you moving and who's going to support and keep it all the way there. That's just how it is. Let's keep it a real. Let's keep it a bean. Yes, there are some women who are going to be single for the rest of their life. They made that choice by decisions, the high expectations they have, the delusional stuff, all that. Be smart, not stupid. Think logic. I tell my boys that all the time. Don't get wet. Stay where you need to stay. I always tell them. Last video, we out of here.
Something that people in the dating market don't want to hear. The dating market today is a reflection of the houses that we grew up in. That's why you got grown adults out here that don't know how to love nobody, trust nobody, don't know how to stay committed to nobody, lustful spirits, self-centered, narcissistic, men and women. And everybody online complaining about how bad the dating market is. But the real question is this: what type of home did you grow up in? Because the trauma people experience growing up is being projected directly onto the people that they date. You could be handsome, you could be cute, you could be fine, but if what's going on inside of your head is trash because of the environment you was raised in, you're gonna bring that trash into every relationship that you touch. I can look at my own life and see it clearly. When I was younger and fresh out the house, I ain't understand trauma. I ain't understand toxic patterns. So guess what? The type of people I chose reflected that. The way I treated people reflected that. And the way I allowed people to treat me reflected that. Because I thought the dysfunction that I grew up in was normal. But as I got older, I started to address the trauma. I started breaking toxic patterns, breaking cycles. And once my mind got healthier, my relationships start to get healthier too. Because when you start thinking with a sound mind, you start making better decisions about who you allow in your life. So if you want the date market to change, stop blaming women, stop blaming men, start fixing the damage that came from your childhood.
If you want a better relationship, a better marriage, a better relationship, and all, start fixing the problems that you got within yourself that came from your childhood. A lot of you had terrible childhoods. That's great. It's not great, but it is what it is. But guess what? You're an adult. You make your own decisions. You make your own choices. It's not based off of that. Understand, you can't sit around and don't always have to sit around to be around your parents and your family because they're not always the best selection for you. If somebody, I watched this girl say on Kendra G, she said, if they're not great with their mother or they're great this and that, if they're not this and that, I don't want to know this. And I was ecstatic when Kendra G said, well, you can't hold that selection because everybody is not on the same tier with that. Everybody doesn't run the same way either. So some people might have cut their parents off for a reason. And she said, you know what? I understand that's different. Some people don't understand that. I'm one of the people where it took me and one of my friends to be like, everybody's lifestyle is different, big fella. This and this and this. And they broke certain things down. And I said, I never thought about it like that because my parents were yin and yang and they've been together since day and they're going to live and die together. That's how that goes. Everybody doesn't come from the same background. Everybody doesn't have the same background. Everybody doesn't have the same thing. Some of y'all, it is what it is. I said it one day and one person took offense to it, but I didn't care. Some of y'all are living with half brothers, half sisters, step brother. You're dealing with that because of decisions that people made that ain't got nothing to do with you. But they made terrible decisions. And the fact that they made terrible decisions is the reason why some of y'all are raised differently. We might have been all raised in the same house, but everybody was raised differently. Every child, you had some parents that paid favoritism towards one child. You had some parents that just didn't give a care what the other child did or that child did. Or you broke it down in sex. Okay, well, you're a dad, so you got the boys and I got the girls. I'll handle this and I handle that. So some people, you had the dynamics of y'all all as one for all. That's how I get down with it. We got internet and cable in here. Guess what? Everybody's grades better be up. If they drop, guess what? It goes off. Everybody suffers. It's called teamwork because you guys are a team. And at the end of the day, you need to help your teammate. You have a strength, you have a strength, you have a strength. You have a weakness, they have a weakness, that person has a weakness. At the end of the day, where you're strong, they might be weak at. Where they're weak at, you might be strong at. It's called teamwork, and that's something a lot of you don't teach your kids.
It's Steak Reese on Bar Talk 4.0.
As we bring this to an end and bring the train tracks and the plane and we land this bad boy, I want y'all to understand this is never a bad session. It's never me bashing on anybody. It's never none of that. This is me generally just telling you guys the information that people don't want to say to y'all. It's not that hard. It really isn't. People are scared to tell people the truth today. And the sad part is, give it about 3 years ago, everybody and their mom was yelling, I want somebody that can be real, be honest, be this and that. Now that you have it, you can't take it.
The man of the hour. It's Steak Reese on Bar Talk 4.0.
Line yourself up, take accountability, and roll with it and keep it moving. I'm not perfect. I ain't perfect. I know certain things that I need to work on. I know certain things that I don't accept, and it's a boundary. But guess what? Everybody has something. Be smart. Think smart about it. I'm going to do a kids edition probably in the next day or two. We're going to talk relationships, this and that, because these young kids dating. They think everything's great and sweet, and they see the stupidity. We're gonna have a conversation. I'm gonna do a round table with all my kids. Y'all gonna be like, oh my God. Yes. Be smart, not stupid. Let's be smart and keep it together. Let's motivate.
Turn it up.
Motivate the people. Big Reese speaks of wisdom.
Motivation for this weekend is very great and easy. Do not be outside with a broken heart. Do not be outside with broken emotions. That's my motivation.
Turn it up.
Motivate the people. Big Reese speaks of wisdom.
Again, my motivation is do not be outside with a broken heart. Do not be outside with broken emotions. Because your consequence to that could be a kid. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Big Reese. I am the captain of this daggone ship, this flight. I want to tell you, it's been a great day. It's been a great day. I want you to have a great weekend. Do what you have to do, handle it, break it down, push it over, pray about it. All you Bible benders, you're going to have to answer to God one day about it. Stop using the Bible to push your little stupidity across, and God don't like ugly, and he don't like the stupidity that some of y'all is using. Stop using his word against people trying to use it to validate your stupidity. No one cares, and we're not going to sit here and play like we do. All right, this is Bar Talk 4.0. I love you, and if nobody else told you they love you, I love you. Reach out to us, bartalk2024@gmail.com. You can hit us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Till the next time, between time. Damn it. I love you. Deuces.